Alright, this time we are jumping straight into Buttercup. Because she's the most tomboyish of the group, I've decided to go ahead and give her the highlights in her hair. You know, I kind of picture her being a teenager, kind of insecure. Not about like her body or anything, but more so because she knows she's awesome. But more so about how she doesn't want to be misconstrued as being super girly or weak, rather, like her sisters could be. So she doesn't understand that femininity can be a very good thing. So I picture she would try to mask it in some way while still being somewhat effeminate, because it still feels good to be a girl. Which is why I've got her some makeup. Now, her sisters are wearing more makeup, but especially Blossom, she's locked into it. But for Buttercup, I'm just going to go ahead and give her these cat eyes here, so that she can look effeminate in a dark kind of way. Don't picture her as an emo or anything, an emo teenager. Though, if you wanted, I could totally go ahead and make another mini-series about that one. That would be cool to draw. Each of them in their own respects as an emo. But, that's not the purpose here. I am, instead, trying to make her look more like a tomboy than an emo. And since she's still effeminate, I still gave her a little skirt, but it's a lot smaller and less pronounced than her girlier, formal sister's skirts. I just realized I never shaded Blossom's hair. Hold up. Alright, that's better. Now, back to the star of today's show, Buttercup. I wanted to remove the sleeves so that she would kind of show off her muscles. I gave her the most muscular build because, you know, that's kind of her thing. She's the strong one. Smart one, cutesy, fun, lovey kind one, and then the beefcake. Anyway, so that's why I went ahead and gave her no sleeves and a shorter, still feminine, but much more in tune with mobility kind of skirt. I'm just going to go ahead and shade this really quickly. And you'll notice I'm talking a lot, even though this is a speed paint, and I clearly don't, like, very obviously, I'm sure, don't have very good recording voice or confidence with it yet. As you'll probably notice, this is my third video with a voice involved. I don't have any real equipment or practice or technical skills. I'm just holding a phone, a cracked phone with a messed up camera. I'm sure you can tell, at least a little. Just holding that and hoping it works. This is all I've got, really. No special equipment or know-how. Maybe you guys can let me know anything that you know, if you're any good at it. Even like editing. That would be pretty cool. Let's see. I definitely picture her, she's not the most fair of her sisters. She's probably got the closest to an olive undertone. So I'm going to start with a base of orange and do a little bit of shading with it, but I'm going to go back with a brown and do the primary shading on that additional layer. And I'm not going to give her any fancy lipstick, but lips are a little bit darker naturally than what you already have, than what your normal skin color is. So, I'm going to go ahead. This is actually black. Here we go. Yeah, she doesn't have that much skin showing anyway. Just an incy little bit. And I went ahead and also made it so that her nails are showing. partially because that's how anatomy works, and partially to show off that she's the only one that doesn't have painted nails of any kind. Her sisters both have slightly painted nails. Excuse me, Blossom. Blossom has the longest and most pronounced. Bubbles has more innocent and feminine makeup, and as you can tell, Buttercup, still true to herself, does not. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add an additional touch. Now, the great thing about black is that you can use it to shade itself. So all you gotta do is press down a little harder in areas that you want shaded as compared to areas you don't. You just want the regular color. Like, with this, these are two different shades of green. It's not just one light, it's not just one green that's pressed down harder in another spot. But with the black, it is just one shade, and that makes it a lot easier. The bad thing is that black runs out so quickly, and there's always only one in the box. If someone were to put together just boxes upon boxes of just black colored pencils, like, I would probably buy that, even if it was only like 6 black markers for the same price as a normal 12, not markers, colored pencils. I would totally get that, because black is absolutely the color I wear down to a nub more than anything. Can't see too much of the combat boots there, but I want them to be darker than the leggings. So I'm going to, since this is the part that's already pressed against the leggings, I have no need to really, this is the one I wanted to darken so that it was obviously darker than the leggings, but you can still see some of the shoelace design on this bottom part, and it can still be lighter, and it still looks like the whole boot is darker than the leggings. And that's actually about it. Looks like we're about finished with Buttercup, which means we're finished with the series. We got Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup. Oh, you know what? I'm silly. I gotta color this in. That makes more sense. Haha, silly me. Okay, now we're finished with the series. I hope you enjoyed. I guess you can like and subscribe if you want to. Doesn't really matter at this point. This is mostly an experiment. But if you have any tips for me, go on and share them. I'm totally willing to listen. Have a blessed day, troops.